Beyond basic SEO, what advanced tactics like semantic search optimization can enhance discoverability in LinkedIn's feed?
Well, it is a very interesting question and it covers a bit of ground, in fact. So, the thing I really should start by saying is that if the feed's a recommendation system, not a search engine, what actually improves discoverability? Because I think we're talking about different things here. So, what I mean is that we need to think less about keywords, which are traditional in terms of what we know about LinkedIn, and more about clear signals of expertise. And so that refers back to what I mentioned earlier about the new way that LinkedIn is operating, this brew 360 brew, and how they're making it more about language and about the words that we use in terms of how we use them in our normal speech rather than keywords and keyword phrases. So what's now happening is that the LinkedIn system reads not only your post, but also your profile and your engagement to understand more about who you are. And so what you have to do is to make that picture unmistakably clear to LinkedIn's search. So some examples of things that you can do to make this happen. In your headline, you would be wanting to say who you help plus the outcome of those people who you help. So that is what you do and the results. And for your about section, for example, you'd be wanting several paragraphs in there with proof about who you help and the outcome. So you can see what I mean about this, really making sure that the message is very, very clear. Also, you want to back this up with publishing in-depth articles and newsletters on a regular basis on your core topics, so that again helps the algorithm and the search to discover you, to find out who you are and what you do, and that you are an expert in your area. So I think that this comes down to when you're posting, you need to make your first sentence, your headline, a hook of some kind. Ask a question. Say something that people might go, whoa, that's a bit interesting. I never thought about that. Or what does this all mean? And then share a core insight that is part of that 70% that I mentioned earlier on, with a few bullet points so that it's easy to be skimmed, read, rather than people reading it word for word. And then end with a simple call to action or a question. And if you structure your posts like this, then that is the semantic search.